Well, cheers, sir.
Cheers.
And happy Halloween.
Cheers.
Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks for rolling up in the Cybertruck, too.
Yeah.
I got a chance to look at it in the factory, but that was almost, what was that, like a year and a half ago or so?
Was it?
It was a while ago.
Yeah, a year ago, I guess.
Yeah, at
Maybe
least a year.
At least a year.
And it's different in real life. Like, you see it in person. Like, images are just, we were talking about it outside, you just can't contextualize them.
Yes.
It looks so odd that you have to see it in the flesh.
It looks like computer graphics in reality.
Yeah, it's the coolest looking fucking production car that's ever been made.
It's bulletproof, literally.
Literally. Yeah.
One of the videos we're going to show is just going all, like, full Al Capone. Just like if Al Capone showed up and emptied the entire magazine of a Tommy gun into the side of the car, you'd be okay.
The only thing that's not bulletproof is the glass.
The glass is optionally bulletproof.
Oh, it is optional?
If you want it, you can make anything bulletproof if you want. But the glass has to be very thick for it to be bulletproof. So it can't go up and down. So if you want fixed glass...
then how do you order drive-through?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's a problem.
It's awkward.
You got to pull ahead and open the door and get out.
But it's okay. You can just duck.
Yeah, you can just duck. How
duck
far away are you from full, like, delivering them to people? Has anybody gotten them yet?
We plan to do our first deliveries next month.
Oh, wow. So now it's just testing and fucking around?
The hard part by far is manufacturing, not designing the car. And there's just not really a movie about that, but there should be. In the sort of the movies will always be about the sort of inventor who invented the car, and then the job is done.
Right.
Or invented the object. Now the job is done. This is not true. That's the easy part. The hard part is manufacturing by far.
Why is it so much harder than making an individual model?
Well, in order to make it affordable, you have to make it at volume. So you've got to make everything at high rate, consistently. If you tour the production line, you'd have a sense for it. You've got to have all of the casting machines, all of the stamping machines, as the case may be, the glass machines, the wheels, the tires, everything required from the motor, the battery cells, all of the constituents of the battery cells, all of the silicon that goes in there with the chips. The manufacturing is somewhere between 100 and 1,000 times harder than making a prototype.
Whoa.
And then if you want to say, like, you want to get from, once you reach volume manufacturing, which is insanely difficult, then you want to make the car affordable. It's harder to, say, reduce the cost of the car by 20% than it is to get to volume production in the first place. So I really cannot emphasize enough how hard production is relative to design. I'm not saying the design is trivial, because you have to have taste and you have to know what to make. If you don't have a taste and judgment, then your prototype will be bad. But it is trivial, really, to churn out prototypes, and it is extremely difficult to build a factory.
And how much more difficult is it to make this, considering the body's made out of steel? It's
very difficult. The difficulty of manufacturing is proportionate to the amount of new technology that you have in a car or in the product. And in this case, there's a lot of new technology. The production line will move as fast as the slowest and least lucky and most foolish part of the entire production line. And you could say, to first approximation, there are 10,000 things that have to go right, at least, for production to work. So if you have 9,999 things that are working and one that isn't, that sets the production rate. Yeah. That's by far the hard part. In fact, the amazing thing about automobiles was not so much the invention of the automobile, but the invention of the factory, the mass manufacturing. And for that, Henry Ford deserves a tremendous amount of credit. He was next level genius. And in fact, Ford is really responsible for the entire mass manufacturing industry because he actually founded Cadillac, which was the heart of General Motors. Then he got kicked out, then started Ford.
Really?
Yeah, and then everyone just copied him.
Do you know he made one of his first cars out of hemp?
Well,
he used hemp fiber for the panels.
okay.
Yeah, there's a fascinating video of him banging on it with a hammer. Because hemp is bizarrely durable when it's compressed, and when they take the fibers, and I don't know what kind of epoxy they use or something to put it all together. But what it makes with the actual physical form of it is insanely light.
Yeah.
Like fiberglass light, but very, very durable. See if you can find that video. It's kind of crazy. Henry Ford is banging on I believe it was the hood of it with a hammer.
Yeah.
Here it is. So this was like, look at that. Isn't that crazy?
As well.
I don't know why they stopped making them out of that. That was from 1941. How much does the Cybertruck weigh?
It depends on configuration, but it's about, I don't know, 7,000 pounds.
Whoa.
There's different versions, but 7,000 pounds.
And
It's like similar to, like it's a heavy truck.
like a Ford F-250 or something like that.
Yeah.
And it, because of all of the metal and the weight and everything like that, but with the engines that you have, it's still, the 0 to 60 is pretty bizarre, right? It's like 3.5 or something like that?
We're aiming to get the 0 to 60 below 3 seconds.
Below 3.
Yes.
Wow.
For the, the beast mode version.